new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we getting bigger and bigger, we getting better and better. And we shitting on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Lions, how y'all feeling? Like, how y'all feeling? Like, I've been giving y'all some behind the scenes exclusive footage of me. Thing you like, you know. I mean, just like, oh, you know what I mean? We getting bigger and bigger. Like, hold up, Lions, hold up. Let me walk off real quick. I'll be right back. Lions, y'all don't understand now. The Lions Den is getting bigger and bigger. We are getting bigger and bigger. My numbers are getting bigger and bigger. So listen, make sure you get me on Facebook. Make sure you get me on Instagram. Make sure you get me on Twitter and Threads. I'm gonna be honest. My least favorite app would have to be Threads. And if y'all please excuse my choppiness, I'm in the middle of rolling a little flour, rolling a little flour. Um, so, oh my gosh, bloody hell, yuck, disgusting. Pointers. All right, Lions. For real, for real, for real. Like, how y'all been feeling this morning? I mean, not this morning. Lord Jesus. How y'all been feeling? For real, for real. I know it's been a minute since I've come on here and I've talked to y'all. I know it's been a minute since, I've come on here, I've, communicated with y'all. But it's something I was thinking about the other day. And I was thinking about how when I was with my ex, like my ex didn't want me to talk to people or be friendly. And I don't know what has come over me, but the past couple of days, I have recently I've opened my heart. You know what I'm saying? I've opened my heart for real, for real, for real. So with that being said, I don't know, things are just different. And I just think about how my ex didn't want me to be friendly with certain people or just, I'm not gonna say my ex didn't want me to be friendly with certain people, but it's just like, I don't know, my heart is opening. So that's where I'm at in life. A lot of the people who are wishing me bad, y'all, somebody who put me through a horrible time earlier this year, I messed around and gave them a hug. Like, that's how I know I'm changing. That's how I know I'm changing, and that's how I know I'm not letting outside BS get to me for real, for real. I'm not letting outside BS get to me. I'm not letting outside opinions get to me. But I remember one time, not one time, a lot of times, my ex just ain't want me to share my light with people. A lot of people from my past, they didn't want me to share my light with people, share my light, because what I genuinely have is authentic for real. And it's rare. You're never going to meet another Mason Jyree. And of course, we're never going to meet another you on the live either. However, the purpose here is high, and I just recently opened my heart up for real, and I it's different for me, what I'm saying? Because part of me, I refuse to be walked on over or play, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Not that people was doing too much walking over me, you know what I mean? Because y'all can tell I don't play like that. But I'm just in a space where I'm letting my heart lead me, and for the first time in my life, it doesn't feel corny, it doesn't feel forced. And I think before when I would let my heart lead me, it would be like a restriction there. Like, I wouldn't want to, for instance, when I walk out of a room now, I make sure I give everybody a hug. I make sure I dap everybody up. Before, I didn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm leading with my heart. So that is different. Also, like I was saying earlier on the live, I know I haven't been going live as much. That's because I really don't have to anymore. I'm not gonna say I don't have to. The lives are doing what they need to do. That's why you got to make sure you get me on Facebook. Shout out to Jacoby. Shout out to Christopher. Shout out to Natalie. Shout out to Brendan. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to all my lions in the den. But that's why you got to make sure you get me on all platforms, because you see, now I'm stepping out. Y'all, I'm stepping out. I'm stepping out on the scene, So I'm not going to always be live. And then when I start back going live, I'll be on camera. I'll be on camera. We can really connect. We can really get into the nitty gritty. But that's really just that. A lot of things. I know I got some lions that are worried when I take a lot of time off. I know I got people that's like, oh my, he been quiet, so let me check in. It's nothing's crazy going on. I'm elevating. I'm working. I'm moving out of my old home to a new home. So it's a lot of different things. Going on behind the scenes. I think one of the most apparent things, and I was telling this to, who was I telling this to? Either a friend, it was somebody a couple days ago. I said, I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. It will come back to me. I swear to God, I just lost it like bibbity bobbity boo. um, so that is that. What was I talking about? Me not going live as much. Yeah, like I'm not really going live as much. I don't have to anymore. And I've actually found other ways to like market myself and or build without having to like exhaust myself going live. Because it's a lot of work every day. I don't want to come on here just babbling. So it's like I have to build up the energy, the inertia, to talk and to really connect, for real, because that's really that. Um, yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know my OG lines are probably like, well, he isn't like going live. Something's wrong. Nah, there ain't nothing wrong. I'm good. I'm actually great. I'm actually doing very great. But it's like, I'm working on this album. I got to work on it. I'm working on me as a person, you know. And that's what I was about to say. My brand is also tied into me just like relating to people. You know what I mean? Even though I'm a celebrity, even though I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, I'm still a regular person. You may catch me in the mall one day, you may catch me. So with that being said, yes, I don't want to hire movers. I'm moving out of my own. I just like experiences, and I don't want Hollywood fame or anything like that to take my life experiences away from me. I'm still a person living on a floating, having to pay bills too. So it's like, yeah, just higher bills and stuff like that. But everything is really going great for real. I dropped a lot of behind the scenes work. I've been doing a lot of different things, for a while. Let me not. I'll discuss that on a later date. But for a while, I guess I was trying to give mysterious, I mean, I am mysterious. I don't try to give that. I am that. But I'm pretty sure y'all see, the clips of me working on the farm and everything. I, recently started working on the farm with one of my mentors. So I think that's pretty fun, And it's been giving me, a lot of experience. And not, let me stop the lies. Let me cut the lies. What's up, Asa? It hasn't been giving me a lot of experience. It's been giving me a lot of ideas for this next era for real. I don't know what it is, but lately my voice, the agility, I've been eating them up. The songs that I'm working on, this album, I'm not just talking to promote. This shit is gonna be good. What I'm working on is gonna be great. Like this album is literally phenomenal. From the beats to my voice, everything is like freaking amazing. So I'm taking my time on it. So it's like, that's just that. I felt like, I'm not gonna lie. Let me be honest with y'all for a second. I did lose a subscriber or two. It's like every time I don't go live, I lose a subscriber. So like, and I just, I think people be looking for more consistency from me. But see, I'm consistent, but my consistency lies in the back door. Let me say it like this, like, my work is done behind the scenes and then I pop out. You get my drift? So I can't just give y'all a time right now every week or every day when I can come on live. So, if that bothers you, you might need to go ahead and depart from the Lions Den. If you want to hear from me every day of the week, you might need to go support somebody else who has, a little bit more free time, because see, me, I'm a boss and I'm very busy. So that's that. And like I said, previously, thankfully to myself, to the Most High Divine, and to y'all, I have learned how to cultivate my brand without having to go live every day. So it's like, yeah, the lives are cute, the lives are good, but we still have emotion. I want y'all to know that like my success is in the palm of my hand, but as you're experiencing it with me, we are growing. We're getting bigger and bigger. I will never forget my day ones. I love them from the bottom of my heart. I love them from the bottom of my heart. I think that they joined the right team. I cannot wait to where my future takes us, because if you support me, you're supporting us. It's not so ego with me. I got that. I'm on that. I think one of my jobs as an artist, a singer, songwriter, my purpose is to inspire people, and to let them know that you can do it too. It sounds corny and cliche, but what do I always say? That cliche, corny shit is always true. You just have to get to a point to where you look in life like that. If the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you don't give a fuck about those corny sayings that today may be hard, but tomorrow may be better. You don't give a fuck about shit like that. When your rent is due, when your bills are due, you don't give a damn about that. I'm on auto pay and I don't give a damn about that. So so I know people who another thing I want y'all to understand. I do this for the people. Like this is me. I do this for me, but I do this for the people, and I do it for the people, not the people in the front row, not the people in the second row, but the people in the third row behind that person around, like that person right there, because those are the people that are tend to like that they're oftentimes overlooked because of the facade and fake people in the front row. You know what I mean? I do this for real, for real. I do this for my people. You know what I mean? I do this for my people. You know, I do this for the people who resonate with me, who vibe with me. That's what I do this for. I make music. I make art for the people. Even when I have my opinions on like whatever it may be, my opinion. I'm gonna put it like this. I take my role in society seriously. Yes, I take my role in society. I know I have a big purpose that contributes to the overall society. I know that. So I take it serious. Hmm. I take it very serious. Very serious. And listen, what I was saying about the people, you know, the facade, the fake people, I'm speaking metaphorically. I think a lot of times in life, y'all remember in school how it's always that one hoe. The teacher asks the question and they know the answer always. They keep raising their hand. I'm not doing this for the people like that. I'm not doing this for the people who have their shit together, or they think so, at least anyway. I do this for the people who are still working, who are still grounding, the underserved, the underappreciated, those who are not seen, hurt, or valued. That's who I do this for. You know, I don't do this for. That's the second reason The first reason I do this is because I have a love for it. That's the first reason I do what I do, because I have a love for what I do. The second reason I do what I do is for the people who are underseen, overlooked, unappreciated, undervalued. I do this for those people. And thirdly, I do it for my future children. You know, those are the three main things that keep me going. Myself, because this is what I want to do, the people who are supporting me, and my future kids. That's what keeps me going in my creative career. You know, and I want y'all to understand this. No other person or any other artist who's created a fan base is going to keep it as real with y'all. And I want to say that I love y'all. You know, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. The love I have for people like Blakis, Natalie, Christopher, Samuel, Jacoby, Brendan, just all my lions in the den. The love I have for the people, for my OG Lions, is deep. The love I have for my supporters, my fans, is deep. I love y'all as if y'all are one of my first cousins. I love y'all as if I was born with y'all. And it's only because, I'm not going to sit up here and say it's only because I don't know why well, I know why. I mean, y'all support me and I love y'all for that. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't know why. I just want y'all to understand that when you support me, just know from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it and I love every single one of you. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it and I love every single one of my subscribers. I love every single one of my fans. I love everybody who has streamed my music. I love you guys, like literally. And that's because y'all are turning my quote unquote dreams into a reality. And I appreciate you guys for that. And because of that, the love I have for you will always be seldom and it'll always be true. It's your boy Mason Jyree. So if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you know what's going on here. What's going on? We're getting bigger and bigger. We're getting better and better. And we are shitting on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Lions, if you've not streamed bigger, if you've not checked out Ain't No Lover Boy FR, if you have not, what's one more thing? If you have not got into those latest clips I dropped, go check them out. Listen, it's your boy Mason Jyree. I'll see you guys very, very soon. And à bon toi.